Welcome. Please make your way to your mat or some kind of comfortable surface for yoga practice. Sitting in a way that allows you peace. So it may mean some elevation of your hips or some cushioning underneath you. It may mean sitting in a different way. So we get the first project with the first pose is, how do I make this work for myself so that I have something positive going on? The more we practice sitting on the ground, the easier it gets. Take a moment to be aware of bringing yourself into alignment to begin our practice today. Sitting tall, relaxed, soft centered gaze falling down the nose. I don't see my nose at all when I do that. Just be with your own experience of that. Just maybe the shadow of it from one of my eyes, but I'm not trying to do a hard gaze onto it. An energetic shift. Be with that. How it focuses your mind. Bring your hands together. Breathe in deeply. Always welcome to join in or hum, because just join on in. Come together with sound and just connection with this practice. Opening up your eyes, reach your arms to the sides. You'll need a little tone in your low belly to support you here. Breathing in, breathe out, rotation to the right side. So let your belly turn, chest, chin, eyes, hand behind support, hand in front support as well. Soft center gaze, but it's towards the back now, so it can maybe shift a little towards the right side. Finding your breath in each shape. Letting yourself settle in these introductory positions patiently, cultivating breath with sound, sealing the lips slightly. One more time. Breathe out. Turn yourself back to the front. Take an in-breath, reach your arms. An out-breath, rounded legs, supports belly, chest, chin, and eyes turning. Soften the gaze, a little downward, and then a little over to the left. Breathe deeply. Using just the energy necessary. Infusing each shape with mindfulness and awareness, because it makes it a much deeper experience to make it meditative. Breathing out one more time. When you're ready to breathe in, come back to center. Pause, feel, ground your gaze. Take your right arm and rotate it inwardly, sliding it behind your waist. Your left arm up, shoulder down. Lightly touch your skull and guide your ear towards your shoulder. Take away any excess, any effort. A little grounding energy, a little low belly. So it's nice to connect with the foundation of each pose. Breathe out one more time. Very delicate with this practice. Come up, you can go ahead and bring your other arm behind your waist, wrap it around there, ground it into your body, shoulder down, both shoulders down, ear towards the shoulder. Using a light touch. Patience, one more breath. Sometimes you find a little more space on that last breath. Be patient, wait for it. Wait for it. And come on out. Just remember, the practice is quiet, but not super serious all the time. We'll come around to hands and knees from here, please. So if you want to tuck in your feet or just make your way there, the tucking in and spreading, popping over and back as you like, tabletop. Pausing for wrists if you want to come up to your knees, or if you want to just flip the back of each hand open to the ground gently, really light with that. See what that's about. Only the energy necessary, so that other hand is pressing. Make this a one-handed pose. Change, spread your downward dog hands, the spinning out wide as your shoulders. And lightly bring the back of your left hand to the earth. Check in, where are you connected with the ground? And with that release. Scapula push-ups. So we squeeze the shoulder blades together. There's a little element of the cow spine. Just focus on the shoulder blade area in your tabletop. And then a little round spine as you broaden your shoulder blades out to your arms. 4 more times. Concentrate on this work. Isolate your awareness into that part of your back. There's a little pulling energy, a little cow energy in that one, and squeeze together. And then the spread is a push and a broadening in the upper back, head coming down, and losing count. Maybe twice more. Squeeze, focus, ground your feet. Uplift in the low belly to protect the spine. And one more time. Patient. This is good for your shoulder blades. And relax. Child's pose. Rising up with a pulling energy up to cow spine. And right into cat. So you can still be aware of the shoulder blades, but include the whole spine in the movement now. Inhale for 2. And exhale. We wanted to go even slower and do fewer rounds. That's okay. So either one super slow or 1 or 2 not as slow. Tuck your toes. Stretching the soles of the feet in puppy pose, hips towards the heels to a degree. Relax your head and your arms. Don't harm your toes. Let this be a good sensation. Or at least tolerable. One more breath. Back of the body. Exhale, heart center. Release to your feet. Lift your toes up for a moment and then step forward to mountain pose. Taking a few rounds of breath is fine. With practice, continue to build awareness of this, just like we did the seated and the lying down. Foundational. You turn yourself upside down. You've got to organize your body for the energy to flow well. Imagine your head was on the ground. You want a nice long neck. Breathe out. Ground into your low belly, gaze down. Mountain pose. Variation with the elbows bent, creating this little peak. Where you connect with the earth. Do you feel the earth energy in the pelvic floor as well, that drawing up the inseam of the legs? The groundedness of the exhales in the low belly. One more time. And release. Sun salutations, we know it's out there. Gratitude for the radiant star. Arms by your sides. I'll show some modifications on this first round. Inhale, reaching up, 10 poses. Straighten the arms, we've got this length. Exhale, keep the arms long. Do you need to bend your knees? That's fine. Wherever your hands come, that's fine. Bring down your head. Third position, half lift pose, some forward energy. Reach through the top of the head, long spine. Fourth position, it's nice to step back and then breathe out into your plank pose or your chaturanga later. Inhale when you're ready to upward dog. Sometimes an extra breath is nice here, especially since we're just checking in, just warming up. Tabletop is a refinement on the way to downward dog, and hold steady 5 breaths, trusting this pose. We use our own strength to lengthen our spines. Breathe deeply. Wrap your shoulders externally. Head hangs free. How far up your legs can you see? And then just know what your navel is. Just feel it if you don't see it. Sense it. Breathe out one more time, sensing the navel center. Bend your knees, look between your hands, step forward. You can add jumping next time if you want. Breathing in. Breathing out, forward fold. You don't have to go that far, so really just enjoy the time there with the breath. A big journey up to standing. It's nice to have a nice in-breath energy for that. Arms straight, out breath. Tadasana for 10. Okay, twice more. Modify as you need. Fold forward. Spread your hands. Extend forward energy in the feet and the head. So shift and step back. Try alternating your legs on a step back. Next time you breathe out, establish your chaturanga or your plank. Press the arms straight if they're not already. Upward dog. Mindful of shoulders and low back. Table if you like to downward dog, 5 breaths. Refine your hands. Relax your thumbs. Bring your head down. Observe gently where you feel tightness in your back body. Once more. Weight back into the legs on the exhale. Push the hands, legs back. Coming forward, maybe the jump or the steps. All good. Half lift. Exhale, fold. A little more easy each time, hopefully. Stand up. Reach up. Exhale, release your arms. Last one. Ekam 1. With the plane of the face. Head goes the other way here. Today is 2, fold in. 3 is Trini, halfway lift, long neck. Chaturanga has a fun name. Step her out back and lower. Inhale, prancha, upward dog, 5. Halfway there. Lift your feet. 6 is down dog and stay and rest. If you like to rock your hips slowly side to side a little bit, you may. Let your head go. Settle into stillness and breathe a few more times. Last one. The exhale pulls downward towards the legs, pulls towards the bandhas, the low belly. The inhale, come forward and brighten into the half lift. Be patient with yourself. Fold forward, exhale. This is a lot of strength, a lot of movement. Come up, honoring the sun with this practice, and release down. The sun that is the source of all our power. Pause and feel. Feel warm And open, ready for standing practice. Stepping back to the high lunge with your right leg. Follow the foot, step back. A moment for refinement. Concentrating with the eyes, find a steady spot. Where do your hands support you here as we straighten and bend the knees? Just pulsing up and down. Centering hands together, holding the pelvis, arms to the sides for balance. One more time, coming up and lowering down. Warrior A, get that heel down, angling the foot. Hold your ribcage gently and turn that towards the front of your mat. Knees are really ankle important. You can take breaks if it needs to. Cactus arms, pull back your elbows. Your chest is first. Gaze down your nose, dance your fingers. Just the right amount of effort. Balance it with some softness. Root of the big toes. Grounding and release. Straighten the knee a moment. Warrior B, turn the back foot to the side, all the way parallel. Knee back over the ankle. Reach out your arms. And then turn your gaze. Moving across the front of the pelvis, the chest, the upper back. One more time, breathe out. Reverse warrior. Keep the legs, hand to the back leg. Reach back, gaze down. Optional to bend the elbows behind the back into cow face arms. Knees stable, not collapsing inward. Have awareness there. This is a nice challenge for the knee in that position. One more breath out. So if it needs a break, you can take a break here as you transition to lean and reach pose. Utthita Barsva Konasana. Fingers gather, gaze to the palm. Doing some tail tuck energy. Are you aware of your back foot? Four, breathing out. Your own breath meditation, present moment, impermanence. Exhale. And releasing from that sequence to the side of your mat where your toes are facing. Coming out to Utthita Konasana, so finding the tall centered mountain spine. Bend your knees towards your toes and turn out your toes to a naked degree to challenge your balance. Let's try it as low as possible here today, but not going past the level of the knees. Tall spine, it's like Utkatasana, that's why it's in the name. Okay, right elbow under the left. Shoulders come out of the body in this one as you like. Bend your elbows, fingers towards the sky, hips low. Bring it all together. One more breath, don't let your knees fall in. Exhale low, press feet, squeeze glutes, come out, release heels, out to ease the stance into the least effort of star. Gentle dancing fingers. Just let the shape and the muscles of the legs, the open feet hold you here. Gentle uplift. One more time. To the other side. Coming out of this shape, we'll come back, facing the other way. After we return to Tadasana, mountain pose. High lunge, step back. Centering hands, arms to the sides, or where your arms can help you here. So I'm giving you an open choice or a twist to try the three shapes. Okay, settle. Say to myself, so keep settling the mind. This is the practice of settling the mind. This is a vehicle. One more time to straighten and bend. Work that back heel to the floor. Moment for refinements there. Rib cage to the front gently. While we have our hands here, let's do the Sacrum hold, the downward fingers at your low back or the back of your pelvis, gaze down. Knees centered over the ankle, Virabhadasana 8. A little guiding the pelvis forward, gently. Exhale. Optional to straighten the knee in between these, or keep it. Turn your back toes. B. Just the refinements necessary, adding that head turn at the end. Through practice, you'll be able to know the name, know generally where you're going. Check in. Just keep practicing. Breathe deeply once more. Settle. Reverse. Maybe cow face arms. Down gaze. Only change things if it really needs to be changed at this point. Breathe out, so try to refine earlier unless you have to. I'm going to work that back foot in a notch for the change to the lean forward. So work with your proportions and all that. Gaze to the hand, fingers together. This is a chronic part of our practice, the standing pose is. It's also really grounding at the same time. So it's balanced, but it can be lifting your energy here. Breathe out one more time. Inhale up and turn to the side. Go slowly, release. Lots of information. Utkatta Konasana, fierce angle pose. Come on down. Tall spine. Other elbow underneath. It's okay if you can't get very far with all that. Just let your shoulders come out of your body. Try to hook it up. One more time. So we're only doing 5 breaths. So just go as low as you can and then press and squeeze. Come up. Release the arms. Heels out. Star. Try to take away all the effort. Keep softening. Shoulders. Forehead. And release. Work your feet closer together. Strengthening ankles. And good for the feet. You get a clever feet from the yoga practice. Come to the front of your mat, please. Yes. Oh, the first place where we might use a block. It's okay if you don't have, and if you don't have a block, you might just like a little stool or a piece of furniture that you could practice in front of. So we're gonna come to standing forward fold. And you can have the blocks on either side of you. You can use them, or you can do another arm variation. So I know I just came right into this pose. Let your knees soften, hollow up your low belly, hang into forwardness. We're going to come back after we do this other set in the middle. So we'll do another round of this. Breathe deeply again. Lengthening the sides of the body, the back of the body. And we're going to practice the standing split. So blocks are helpful. You can use the floor. Bringing the right leg back and up. Legs straight as they like. Point the toes. Bow the head towards the leg. 5 breaths. Don't worry about how high it is. A little shaking means that you're building strength. Challenging your balance. But you're steady. You've got it. You've got 3 things on the ground. 1 more breath. Slowly bring down that leg. Bend your knee to tuck it back under you. And explore the other side. So you've got a shift of the weight. That knee can be bent as needed. So a little reach back. Work with yourself. If it works to straighten the leg and reach the other one long, you may do so. Be where you are. Hard to be anywhere else but here though. Breathe deeply one more time. Give it your energy all the way through. Soften the knees. Bring that foot back by the other one, and one more round of Uttanasana, extended pose. Breathe out one more time. Close to the earth here, just pop the blocks off to the side, spread the hands, step back. Lower into your belly. Wiggle like the balls of the feet back there enough to get space for the lowering. Maybe you're already down, knees down, or just pull yourself through the chaturanga and release. Take a moment just to ground your pelvis, the fronts of your legs, tops of your feet. Locust position, the legs lift. You can keep them a little separate today if you like. The arms fly back, open palms, lift your chest, gaze down. 5 breaths. Find your foundation. Lean a little forward in the pose. A little playful, just one more breath. And come down, release, bringing your arms in front of you to support your upper body in a comfortable way. Dhanurasana preparation, that's the bow pose. Bend your knees, flex your feet. Lift your knees off the ground. Press into the front of the pelvis. Active feet. Doesn't have to be high, just lifts a little bit. One more breath. Come down, shake it off a little bit. Rock side to side. Exhale, steady. Bringing this all together, repeat either of those two or reach back for bow pose. So you come into that lifted knees and then bring your thumbs back, catch your ankle, lean forward, lift your knees more, open the chest. So don't do this if it's too much for your body. If it feels great, enjoy, have fun. Little playful, but not attached. No one would want to stay in this position forever. One more breath. Come on down with some slowness, and we'll come into earth hugging pose, maybe with the half frog bonus. Placing your left cheek on the ground, rest your arms. If you want to bring your your right leg up beside you on the floor, stay on your belly and you relax completely. Go soft. Arms could be under the head. Just make those refinements. You work with your body. Slowing the breath down. Slowing the heart. One more time. Slow breath. And then legs straightening out, head turning the other way. As little as possible, disturbing yourself to change sides. Half frog. Check in with your head, your neck, your bones. Make sure you can rest. The lips seal. The teeth are separate. There's a spaciousness in the palate with the breathing. Cathedral ceiling in the palate. One more. Maybe A few more. Let the breath finish. Invitation to do one super slow. So the secret here is a little bit at a time. Try not to be afraid of it. Don't go beyond your comfort, but also don't hold back. You might be surprised how much capacity you can find. And then the wave turns, go slowly into the emptying. Letting go, letting go. And when that feels complete, just breathe freely as you release back to center into a little baby cobra. Feet together, chest up. Coming off the belly, hug in your elbows, spread out your fingers. So it's like you're coming to upward dog. You want all the power. Find that power position. Actually just lifted my feet off the ground a little bit, rock towards my head, a little forward roll, a little momentum, legs down, press, come back. Sorry, let's pose maybe wide as you like it. What's the breath like here? Exhale one more time. We'll transition into a squat position. I will show first from the seat. If you already know you like to be on your feet can be as wide as possible as you like them to be. So low squat, start here. Start holding your shins to sit tall, connecting the hands or just holding them individually. Maybe widening the knees, maybe reaching through. Any of these places are good. And we continue, use the knuckles to press up. You can come to the squat if you like to. Refinements in the feet, don't hurt your knees. Okay, 5 breaths. Awakening the energy in the low back of the seat. One more time, breathe deeply. And carefully release. Extend out your legs. Let's do an easy lean back with the hands. Leaning back. You could do a few side to sides if you like. Or just reach out the legs. Knee center. Our seated center pose is Dandasana, staff pose. Tuck your chin, hands by the hips. Toes pulling back gently. And 5. Lift your chin, relax your feet. Janushirasana. Bring your right leg in and out to the side. So the way to use blocks in practice is underneath, supporting your leg here. Just to demonstrate that. Tall spine, lean from your pelvis forward. It's fine if this knee bends. Come on out and down. Knee head pose. Hands connect somewhere. Settle into the breathing. 3 inhaling and exhaling. Slow, slow, twice more. Release. Coming out slowly, coming up. Between sides, if you have a block, please bring it between your thighs, your knees. You can squeeze it. We'll do the heart lift hands. Fingers forward, elbows hug towards each other, lean back. Refine your hands so you have space for that. Because we're going to lean back further and lift the feet, legs parallel to the floor, squeeze the block. It might feel good to release the arms out. 3, 2 more breaths, squeeze the block. Or imagine, just trying to awaken the inseam. Rectus abdominis. And release, bring down your feet. Take it away. You use it for the other side possibly. Janu Shirsasana, knee, head pose. This extended 90 degrees working towards maybe supported. Turn, come out. Inhaling, exhaling. Continue. One more slow breath. Taking some time to reverse. There is a side element in, how I like to talk about slowness with side release. Okay, let's try that boat pose with the block one more time, please. So just have that energy of not pulling the legs together. If you don't have a block, just imagine hugging in. You could use your own fist for a little feedback, actually. If you don't have blocks, or both your hands. So imagining that. Sit tall. Be where you are. One more time, breathe. And release. Forward, easy forward. Settle. Okay, sorry, I was just thinking about what I wanted to do. Let's come on down. Yeah, for the last 20 minutes of our practice, we'll come to the back. So layering as you need to, maybe half step where you can reach it, and you have a little sip of water if you need something. Lie down neck straight. If you're practicing that with me, the resistance. Tucking the chin, the upper back rounds. And so that lets you unfurl once you come down. Step your feet in one at a time. Just a figure 4 pose on the back. So first finding the center. So we can use that bridge foundation to create the mountain here. And as you're ready, guiding your right leg up. If you have your hands resting on the fronts of your pelvis, you'll feel your hip flexors lift that leg towards your chest. And then we do an external rotation, guide the knee, guide the foot. No strain, no force. The lower leg can go away if you need room that way. Stay at any point, let it just be a positive place. You may bring the knees to your chest if you would like, and let the energy flow. Not irritating the body. Keep some brightness in your foot. If the eyes want to have some restful time, keep the gaze internally in the focused position. It can be either the third eye center or the downward center. One more time, breathe out. Very consciously of your knee and your hip, especially coming out and changing sides, guiding. Feel the hip flex in towards the body, and then you feel this rotation that comes from your femur first, the hip joint, and then the knee, the ankle. Take care of all of those aspects, brighten the foot. Here we are with this side. If you need your head support, guide it under there in poses like this. If your chin is way higher than your forehead, know yourself in that way and just have it ready. Or just notice it this time. Breathing one more time. Slowly and mindfully release the legs side to side a couple times. And next, coming to Supta Baddha Konasana, which is reclining bound ankle pose. And we can use the blocks in supported fish pose here to combine, or underneath the knees. If you're coming up to get your blocks or supported fish, just be mindful, stay meditative. This is totally optional. You can just be on your back and not change at all. Blocks could go under the knees as one variation, or going back to a block behind the heart, guiding it with your hands. Those 90-degree angles, settle it under your shoulder blades, carefully come back. Use your hands to place the other block behind your skull. Feet together, knees apart, just the heels need to stay together. Breathe deeply wherever you are. Let the breath waves just flow from one energy to the other. If you ever feel irritated in a pose, you can always come out and do something that feels like a positive thing for you. We've opened up our breathing space by lying back. Yoga is the settling of the mind. Rest your awareness, body breath. Just one more time. A mindful releasing of these actions. If you want to start with the legs, you could move them into the crisscross applesauce. If you would like, use your hands under your seat to help lift up your head. Send the leg out, work your way off the block if you are there, otherwise just coming up, and we'll go to a forward fold. What you can do with a block is use it to extend the floor. If it isn't quite working, it doesn't have to be there. Relax your feet. Don't pull back the toes this time. Just be forward. Breathe deeply again. Lying back down. Resist if you like. Bridge maybe with a block. You can have supported bridge. You can stay on the floor with your pelvis. You can lift it up if you want to lift up. And arms settle somewhere they want to be. Take effort out. Let them be grounding gently or opening. Extended or on the body. Meditative, supported bridge. Invitation to move your hands to your low ribs, just cupping them over each side. Feel the movement of your breathing. Your own calming and gentle touch. One more breath. Feel the grounding into the center as you breathe out, that grounding towards the navel. You can add a little bit to that. Bring your hands beside you on the floor, arms straight, palms down. Coming up to supported shoulder stand from the block one at a time. Lift your feet. You could do it without the block, legs up in the air, or shoulder stand. Big toes together. Legs can come towards you, and you can use your hands at the front of the thighs, elbows on the ground. If the block is too strong, take it away. You can give us feedback about our back bodies. Notice the boniness of the sacrum. Settling first. Option to add some light touches of your fingers from your legs. Reach up your legs towards your feet and then down towards your heart. Gentle tracing the fingers, guiding the lymph towards the belly. Being present with your own touch. This is optional. You could just be aware. Touch as far as you can around your legs. And then settle the elbows back on the ground. Low belly grounding. Bend your knees one at a time. Low belly grounding. Feet slowly to the earth one at a time. If you know you can bring both down, you could do that, but just making sure we are taking care of our bodies. Bring that block away. Let's lift that sacrum off the floor by bringing the knees to the chest, rocking side to side. As soon as you wear clothing that has you free around your waist for this kind of stuff, no belt loops. Settle into center, maybe some happy baby or variations with the leg movements and hips. If you'd like, you could straighten and do a wide leg hang. Knees can be bent. Exhale, ground in the belly center. Guide your legs back together if you have them separated. Coming down, if you have a block and you want to use it between your knees for the twist, resting twist, you may. Just bring it between the knees. Get your back and your shoulders on or towards the ground. So if the knees are over, your shoulder might be up on the opposite side, that's fine. Try to find a nice balance in those opposite energies. And let your head roll away from your knees. Rest open. And 8th breath, one more time. Feel the breath come into the belly center, and that can support us as we come out of rotation and go into rotation on the other side, using awareness of your core. Maybe trying the block if you have one today to support the space of your pelvis, essentially, in this twist Settle shoulder blades towards the ground. Roll your head. Relax. 8 breaths. Maybe starting to do your shavasana mouth where you separate your lips a little bit. Let your teeth relax, your jaw. Let your top teeth just rest where they comfortably come together with your lip, your inner lip, where they can find a little purchase. Belly's relaxed here. As you breathe out one more time, let the navel gently hug in. Head back to center. Support your body coming back to center. Shift your pelvis towards the middle. Knees to chest again if you like. Coming to Shavasana, resting pose, corpse pose. And I'll give us a little bit of guided support in the shape today. Plenty of time. So you need a lengthened low back. You make refinements there with the hands or the knees to the chest. Allow the legs to release out. Hands to your front pelvis. Just giving a message there of softness, openness. All the way down. Across the fronts of the knees, the shins, tops of the feet. Relaxing the soles of the feet, the arches. How are the backs of your knees? Are they able to relax here? If not, some elevation is appropriate. Know yourself. Back of your thighs, relaxing. Glutes, your seat, just let that all go. Lower back, there's a little space back there for the low back. We're still building from the ground up. If you want to bring your hands on either side just to feel that little space. Breath is relaxed. Release out your hands. If you feel a little imbalanced on your shoulder blades or just want to resettle, you can just press your elbows a little bit, press your skull to settle shoulder blades. Hands to the chest or the ribs, just to give a little weight and feedback on grounding. Back of the body, where it touches the earth, the warmth of your body. Ask your shoulders to ground. Maybe even bring fingers there. Even if nothing really changes, just ask them, please lower and release. And let your arms open out, gently landing on the earth. Nudge away any blocks or rope stuff. Land gently on your knuckles, the backs of your knuckles. Letting the hands be soft and open. Wrists, let the energy flow through the wrists. The elbows ground gently. Maybe that'll help the shoulders. Softening the muscles that bend and straighten the arms. Come to the place where the arms meet at your heart center, this energetic center, right at the center of the chest. The actual physical heart off to the left, feeling that, sensing. Come over to the other side of your chest with your awareness and feel how your lungs are a little bit more, you have more space, more lobes. to allow the room for the heart. Relax your throat. Maybe you want to swallow. Gently lengthening the front of the throat. Letting the back of the skull settle into the center. Jaw relaxed. Nose relaxing, just the gentle flares of the breath. The breath settling along with the body. Around the eyes, soft the eye sockets, the temples, center of the forehead, the midbrain, and around your ears. Your invitation to start releasing. What do you want to do? How do you want to let go of the stillness? Just taking some time, moving fingers and toes, maybe head rocking side to side. Started a little finger walk at the center, like at the between the floating ribs, just randomly. So just do whatever you feel like doing. Just be with your body right now. Touch, move, be present. Maybe a little lying down side bend, stay on your back, do a little banana. Deepen breaths. Other side, if you're doing the little lie down, little soft banana, kind of straight banana, little side. Breath space. You may do whatever you want, but do please return unless you plan to rest longer. Encourage yourself to take a deep breath, stretch your fingers, stretch your toes, relax, breathe out, maybe sound. How do you like to come up with a rock or a side lying transition? I'll do it all with care. Come to Sukhasana or Padmasana. Sukha, easy, sweet pose. It's part of this forward prayer that we can offer. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. I'll say it and then I'll say it again. And we can say it together if you'd like to join. It means we everyone in the whole world find sweetness, freedom, and peace. Inhale. Loka, loka, samasta, samasta, sukhino, Sukino, Bhavantu, Bhavantu. May all beings in all the realms find freedom and peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing peace out into the world. Including yourself. Include great gratitude for your practice, for the practice, and for anything specific. And it's always a joy to practice yoga with you all. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed. This was one I thought all the way through, with a few variations here and there from what I originally thought. I hope you enjoyed it.